In the meantime, now at 5, some belt tightening is ahead for D.C. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser has been warning us for quite a while now that next fiscal year's budget was going to be sobering.
And today we learned what that means. Layoffs and cuts to some critical programs. Ardelia Gonzalez is live inside the Wilson building with what this tight budget means for D.C. residents. And there were some moments where it was pretty emotional there today, Dee.
Absolutely, council members, even the mayor at times getting emotional. She spent nearly 4 hours answering questions from members of the DC Council about this budget. They want to make sure everything is equitable and that these sacrifices are shared across the board in all 8 wards. This mayor says we had to make some tough choices, but she balanced the budget without raising taxes. And if she would have raised taxes, she said it would have been nearly 18%. So she said she saved DC residents from those high taxes, but it will cost us because some of these cuts are steep. But let's first talk about the good news. Let's start there, right? 70% of the budget consists of city services that align with her priorities, focusing on public education, public safety, and downtown, of course. First, $2.8 billion for our schools, an additional $70 million for DC Police to hire 40 new officers, and more money for DC Fire. Here is the bad news. Over 400 government positions will be cut in 2025. Right now, 76 of those positions are filled, so that means unfortunately, 76 people will be laid off soon. The circulator bus will be eliminated as of April 2025. The mayor says that will save the city $70 million and another hit to workers who many say deserve more money. The Child Care Educator Equity Fund eliminated. I asked the mayor about that program and the cut, and here's how she responded.
I had a chance to address that, and I recognize that this is a priority for the council and the district, that we invest in industries that help us grow. I also recognize that we had some kind of late-breaking gaps to fill, and really we're left with few choices, but a program of that size. And so that's where we land. I continue to recognize that it's a priority for the council.
Certainly a priority for the council, and many were emotional. Councilmember Christina Henderson getting very emotional inside chambers when she said it appears that we're balancing the budget on the backs of Black and brown women who are taking care of primarily our children in daycare centers. The Pay Equity Fund, designed to level the playing field for those child care workers, to raise their pay and make it equal to teachers in K through 12 schools. There were lots of critics, not only on the council, but those who came to the Wilson building earlier today. Let's hear from them.
We would like to see investments needed to meet folks' immediate and critical needs.
When we say children of the future, we got to stand behind that. People that are taking care of children on behalf of the families that are doing a lot of work are the ones that really need to be taken priority of.
Many of us work in programs we ourselves cannot afford with the salaries that they were making before the pay equity salaries. Teachers started making $75K, which is groundbreaking salaries for early childhood educators. Needless to say, their lives changed accordingly, of course, as it should. That meant that teachers were now able to become homeowners.
Unfortunately, the mayor says that program was getting too large and it was becoming unsustainable. She says the city saves about $32 million from cutting that one program. Unfortunately, we're seeing more proposed cuts to programs that will help DC residents afford to live in the district, including the rental assistance program. But the mayor says, listen, I had to make some tough decisions, and we are looking to the future and what can bring in more revenue for the District of Columbia. And of course, she wanted to do so without raising taxes. Still, the council had lots of questions. They will continue to look at this budget, poring over all the details. They have 70 days to consider the budget before their final vote in May, and they say they will have numerous public hearings so the public can weigh in on how they're impacted by these proposed cuts.
So in the end, this may not be
Exactly.
what we see right now. It may go through some changes
This is
between
not
now and
final.
then. Yeah.
All right, Delia.